Now, there's been quite a bit of talk on the news this last week or so about schools possibly going back in England. Now, they, of course, work to a slightly different calendar from Northern Ireland schools. But to chat about the situation here in Northern Ireland, I'm joined now by Jacquie White from Coleraine, and she is General Secretary of the Ulster Teachers Union. Jacquie, good morning. Thanks for joining us on Causeway Coast Radio.
Good morning, Denis. Very pleased to be here.
Thank you, Jacquie. Schools finished, of course, back in March, and it's been a long haul of homeschooling since then. In reality, how likely is it that schools will restart here in September?
Well, the Minister at this moment in time has not put any time frame on, because what's paramount here is that the health and safety issues are in place. That we have looked very carefully at the situation in terms of how many children will we have in school at a time, what kind of equipment we might need, what kind of cleaning equipment, all of those kinds of things that we've been hearing so much about, and we all know inside out really now. So what we have to look at is the fact that we have obviously quite large numbers of children in one school. Even a smaller rural school is quite a lot of people in the one building. Yeah. So when we move towards going back, and at the minute the suggestion is around September, but that will not look as schools looked before we closed in March. We could be looking at what they're referring to as blended learning, where children are in school some of the time and actually continuing with their remote learning at home for part of the time. But we have to work out how many children it is safe to have in at a time, and how we can put those processes very clearly in place so that the children are getting the opportunity, I suppose, to catch up on the things that they found difficult.
So the 1st of September, Jacquie, I think you're saying, as we know it, as a sort of traditional day for going back to school, things may just not be as we know it?
Things will certainly not be the same as they were before the children finished. But one of the key things is making sure that the parents are very, very well informed, because it's quite frightening for them sending children back into school buildings. So therefore, would be our intention that parents would know quite clearly before the children go back into school what it's going to look like and how it's going to work. Yes. And then over a period of time, hopefully we will be able to adjust back to what looks more like normality.
At the minute, Jacquie, the social distancing guidelines as we know them, that 2 metre rule, that would be impossible in, for example, a P1 or P2 or P3 class.
Absolutely. I mean, different age groups of children, and even the older children, I mean, that's what they're missing. They're missing their friends, and it's very difficult, even for those children who are in school. Key workers' children at the moment are not having a normal school experience. But it is very difficult, and it also depends on, as I referenced earlier, the size of your classrooms, and how many children you actually can fit in if you are keeping them the 2 metres apart. Yes. So it's very complicated.
Yeah. Now, and we've just heard, Jacquie, in the last day or two about hardship in the homes of many children. If, for example, the meal allowance which they were getting, I think it was some families were getting £27 a fortnight to buy the equivalent of a school meal. We believe that's not going to be happening over the summer months. Is it fair to say that the virus has not just been a holiday from school for children, but it's maybe shown up some shortcomings in the whole system?
It has absolutely drawn attention to social inequality in the system. And it was, sadly, there's been a lot of inequality in the system that we knew was there already, but as you quite rightly say, this has drawn attention to it. I mean, one of the other areas that has drawn attention to is the fact that not every family has got a laptop or a tablet for every child, and families have been trying really hard to try to manage with what they have. Not every family has got broadband in the home, for example. So there are lots of issues that this has thrown up that we really need to look at, both in terms of the coronavirus, but also in terms of moving forward.
Finally, Jacquie, a word of support or comfort, maybe, is that possible for parents of P6 children? What is likely to happen there? We do know, of course, the Causeway Coast area has a lot of parental interest in getting youngsters into a grammar school.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of ongoing debate about this at the moment. It's been in front of the Education Committee, and there are a lot of questions being raised simply because this is the timing now where children are having to sign up to do the test. We know that there's already been a delay of a fortnight, but the difficulty with that is even if the test is put back slightly, parents have grave concerns about children not being properly prepared. They have grave concerns about the location. Where are the children going to do the test? Because we know that those centres for doing AQE in recent years have been very crowded. There are all sorts of issues, but the debate has opened up, and we are looking at it very closely. And what has to be paramount in with everything in this is making sure we keep our children safe. So we have to look at ways of trying to address this whilst making sure that we don't put our children at any further risk. So
we need to put our faith, or parents need to put their faith in Education Minister Peter Weir at the moment, rather than panic.
I would say don't panic, and I would say to them that there are lots of people working behind the scenes to try to find the best way forward for children, and that's what we have as unions. And I mean, unions obviously are supporting the teachers, and we know the teachers are doing a fabulous job out there, really moving mountains to make sure they keep in contact with children. But we, representing the teachers, are in regular, and I mean, it was 5 times a week, it's now 2 times a week, but we are in regular contact with the department, with people from the Education Authority, and there's loads of work going on to try to establish the best procedures and processes for the way forward. So whilst not a lot of that maybe comes through to the general public, I can assure parents that there are a lot of people working behind the scenes to make sure that things are put in place appropriately for their children. Okay, excellent. Hopefully parents will take some comfort from that. Jacquie White, as always, it's good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed, Jacquie, for joining us this morning on Causeway Coast Radio. Thank you.